Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members and anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. Thank you so much for all that you do for this community to keep growing. So today I'm taking you to Kenya, right? I don't know if we are growing as a people or not, because I don't know what's wrong. What's wrong with my people in Kenya? Now they are banning African attires, and I'm like, what is happening? What is happening, my people? Why should we ban our own culture? All right, we are going to hear from their mouth why they have to ban um, um, African clothes, and they categorically state that you are only allowed to that environment, to that building, with a coat, a collar, and a tie, and a skirt, and shirts. These are not even part of us as a people. Like, okay, let's go back. Before colonization, before colonization, what were we wearing? Even for official functions, of course we had official functions. All right, we have gatherings, we have hearing, we have leaders, we have, you can name that. We were not people that were just roaming about without putting on something. We had our culture, we had our traditions, we have our way of life. And then these people came in, and they introduced their own way of life and their own way of dressing to us. Now, because we are colonized people, we began to live by this, by the way these people want us to live, because of course we are colonized people, right? And all of a sudden, our own way of dressing is not important anymore. Our own way of dressing shouldn't be what we do anymore. We now want to legalize, fully legalize other people's way of life and way of dressing. This is not good. This is not good. And a lot of Kenyans are like, no, we are not in support of this. We're not in support of this. And it's just something else. I don't just know. I don't know. When we should be growing past what we are, we still want to remain where we are. That's why I said it. The visit of this King of England wasn't something that we had to accommodate. And this is where the whole issue of having an African Union and an African collective body of people that look into our affairs. It shouldn't be okay. This is the people that colonize this region. So whatever they do is above our jurisdiction as a collective people. It should not be like that. If any foreign body is to visit any country in Africa, if our union, I'm not talking about this present African Union, because of course they are still puppets to the West. We need to create a new African body, an African Union that see to the affairs of the African people. If whoever, whatever you call yourself, you can be a king. You're a king for your own angle, not for Africa. That kind of person was coming to the continent. African Union was supposed to be aware. Okay, are they okay with his coming? Be you the god of anywhere. If you are stepping your foot in the continent of Africa, the union should be aware, and the union should decide whether you are coming or not. I don't think any king in Africa would travel out to these people and go do anything there without their notice, or without, if they do not accept, it's not going to happen. But we are here, whatever they say we follow, whatever they say we do. And these people, of course, he came. Who knows what he has said? Who knows the agreement these people have signed again? Because it's not long ago this man came and left, and now you cannot wear traditional clothes to the parliament. So tomorrow it's going to be something else. Very soon we'll not be eating our traditional food anymore. It's quite unfortunate, but let's listen to them, and we'll take it off from there.
In the case of this House, appropriate dress code is described in Rule number 9 of the Speaker's rules, and the rule provides as follows, and I quote, "Members of Parliament, members of the press, and guests should not enter the chamber, lounge, dining room, or committee rooms without being properly dressed." A proper dress for men means a coat, a collar, a tie, long-sleeved shirt, long trousers, socks, shoes, or service uniform. For the ladies, business, formal, or smart casual wear applies. Skirts and dresses should be below knee length and decent. Sleeveless blouses are Sleeveless blouses are prohibited. Honorable members, with regard to Kaunda suits, I need not belabor the fact that several members of the 13th Parliament and past houses have donned Kaunda suits. For the record, donning of Kaunda suits has somehow gained acceptance in the House since the 8th Parliament. Honorable members, my predecessors have had issue with Kaunda suits, have had no issue with Kaunda suits. However, honorable members, arising from emerging fashion trends that now threaten the establishment of parliamentary dress code, it has become necessary for me to depart from what has been obtaining regarding the admittance of the Kaunda suit as appropriate dress. I do this to guard against negating the set standards, especially given the current preference by some members to dress easy while attending parliamentary business in plenary and committees. This practice outrightly does not accord with the seriousness of the proceedings of the House and its committees. Going forward, therefore, honorable members, any attire outside what is prescribed in Rule 9 of the Speaker's rules is prohibited. This includes Kaunda suits, whether long or short-sleeved.
Your Majesties, so what can be termed in quotes proper dressing is the coat and the collar and the tie and the skirt and the shirt. These are proper dresses. So when I go with my tie and this is my fine clothes I'm wearing now, they will have to pursue me. That's on a lighter note anyway, but this is Africa. This is Africa. And things are like this. It's quite unfortunate. It's a shame. Like, I'm not going to hide my feelings, but I'm not happy with this at all. I'm not. This is how gradually we begin to forget ourselves as a people. No, I'm not talking about our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. It's understandable. You're in their system. You're with them. That's okay. But this is Africa. This is Africa. This is the origin of our life as a people. This is our home. This is it. And we are depriving ourselves of even living as a people, of identifying ourselves by the way we dress. We see something wrong with it. We see it inappropriate to put on different colors of wrappers, to tie our hairs, to look African. So they are taking the rights of looking African from us in our house. It's not like we are in their home. This is in our house, and the right to be African is taken away. So what do you call this? Your Majesties, in all sincerity, what do you call this? Like I said, those of you in the diaspora know it's okay. I'm not talking about you. You can put on your coat, you can put on your collar, and whatever is the environment. It's okay. It's understandable. But this is Africa. A lot, even in the diaspora, want to even dress like us. They want to put on what we put on because it's beautiful. And this is Africa saying, no, we are not doing like this again. No, if we don't do anything about this, if it continues like this, it goes and goes and goes on and on because of course it continues. There'll be a time that it will even be forgotten that people were dressing like this to work. I was happy when Nigeria made it a rule that every Friday everyone have to come out in their traditional attire. Look at it is so beautiful on Fridays. You look at everybody dressed in their own traditional attires, and you're like, you see the colors, and it's like, oh my goodness, I'm happy to be African. I'm proud to be African. And this is the same. We don't value what we have. This is just the definition, that we don't respect what we have, we don't value what we have, and we see what we have as so inferior, as not up to that level. And that's why the way we dress can be a problem to the parliament. Oh, it's not up to that level. So for you to be up to that level of the know of an intelligent person, it has to be a coat, a tie, and a collar. It has to be a shirt and a skirt. So the moment you are in a traditional dress, you are not up to that level. You are not learning enough. You are not showing that you are learning enough. This is what the Kenya Parliament is trying to tell us, that we have to let go of our African tires. And even this calendar suits, even they talk about Ruto loves it. So I don't know what is happening. When you always see Ruto with that very calendar suit, and it's beautiful on him, is it not? So I don't know what gave room to such decision. I don't know what prompted such decision, but it's not a decision that is okay. And the perfect thing, that there are people that sat and deliberated about it before coming out to make it a rule, right? That tell you the level of our own self-hate. Self-hate is what will finish us in this continent. Self-hate. We don't like ourselves. We don't like what is ours. We don't like anything African. So the 4, 5, 6 or 3, 4, 5 persons that sat down and deliberated on this and rule out for it before coming out shows the level that we have gone as the African people, and it's quite unfortunate. I just feel like sharing this with you, so that you leave your comments and thoughts there at the section. What do you think about the Kenyan Parliament banning the African attires, African clothes to their official meetings and everything? You heard what he said. What do you think about this? Leave your comments and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always, your majesties. Bye.